vengeance is a lazy form of grip. Breathe and don't try to be perfect. I'll put it out there, I love getting hugs. You don't have to be made to be sexy. Regrets are ridiculous, so I don't regret, no. It's strange, but sad. I think I'll always be sad. I have my natural blonde eyebrows darkened. I find standing and posing for photos very awkward. Men don't pay you for sex, they pay you to leave after sex. I wore a brand for my full frontal scene in Billy Bathgate. Whatever you do in life, don't give up on your own dreams. I love working with people who are inspired and obsessive. I love acting, but it's much more fun taking the kids to the zoo. These different people that I play come the loves of my life. I never knew I'd be in a musical, let alone win an award for one. In my heart I'm independent, a bit of a rebel, a nonconformist. What's the point of doing something good if nobody's watching? I'm not sure what the future holds, but I do know that I'm going to be positive. Life has got all those twists and turns. You've got to hold on tight, and off you go. Forget the past. You can never predict what the future will be. Live for the moment. Salary stories are intrusive. Do you ask your neighbor what they earn for their job? When you relinquish the desire to control your future, you can have more happiness. The thing you hate about yourself tends to be the thing that everyone likes about you. My mom dyed my hair red when I was little using vegetable dye, so it wouldn't damage my hair. I'd like to be wise. You have to go through a lot to get there, but I'm willing to go through a lot. I would love to have boobs and a butt like Jennifer Lopez, but I'm not having surgery, so there it is. As long as I've given something the best I can, have really committed, Everything else is up to God. I think it's important that we don't all have to hold our heads high all the time saying everything's fine. They dyed my hair red. I was only 14. It wasn't red like that. Everyone always thinks it was, but it wasn't. I think having my life be as private and quiet as possible is a way in which then I can go and play characters. I believe that as much as you take, you have to give back. It's important not to focus on yourself too much. I want to be tested beyond my comfort zone. I don't want to be safe if it's more interesting to be dangerous. If you enter the dark side of life and come through it, you emerge with more strength and passion. Violence against women is an appalling human rights violation, but it is not inevitable. We can put a stop to this. I believe that as much as you take, you have to give back. It's important not to focus on yourself too much. You're either going to walk through life and experience it fully, or you're going to be a voyeur. And I'm not a voyeur. I was taught a very strong work ethic that included punctuality, which I've always felt is a sign of respect for others. My instinct is to protect my children from pain. But adversity is often the thing that gives us character and backbone. It's the desire to study the human condition, the desire for collaboration, to learn and absorb, and to lead a well-examined life. I think each role takes a little from you and circles around you for the rest of your life. I don't think you ever abandon any of them. Even from a very early age, I knew I didn't want to miss out on anything life had to offer just because it might be considered dangerous. It's so bizarre. I'm not scared of snakes or spiders, but I'm scared of butterflies. There is something eerie about them. Something weird. I always wanted to get married with just candles. I think candlelight is the most beautiful light there is, and there's something very spiritual about it. Since I have fair skin, I have to stay out of the sun. I can't stand the sun. I dyed my hair red for a while during the 1990s, but I'm actually a natural blonde. You can ask me pretty much anything. There'll be things I'll go that feels a little too personal. But most things I don't have a fear of being asked about. It's a very brave thing to fall in love. You have to be willing to trust somebody else with your whole being, and that's very difficult, really difficult and very brave. I have a little bit of a belly, a tiny bit of pooch. It's the one thing I don't want to lose. I just like having some softness. If I lose that, then husband Tom Cruise might leave me. I love acting, but I don't like all of the other stuff associated with it. The interest in celebrities, the press, the internet, when your identity becomes mixed up in the way people are perceiving you. I'm a woman, a mother, a daughter, a sister. I'm a real person operating in the world. For me to discuss the most private thing feels wrong. It feels like I'm betraying myself and my children. I'm a person that carries everything that happened to me in my past with me into the future. I refuse to let it make me bitter. I still completely believe in love, and I remain open to anything that will happen to me. It was very natural for me to want to disappear into dark theater. I am really very shy. That is something that people never seem to fully grasp, because when you are an actor, you are meant to be an exhibitionist. I'm not sure what the future holds, but I do know that I'm going to be positive and not wake up feeling desperate. As my dad said, Nick, it is what it is. It's not what it should have been, not what it could have been. It is what it is. My mother dyed my hair red since I was 4 because I loved and of Green Gables and wanted red hair. Not many people know this, but my natural hair color is light strawberry blonde. Got my hair from my grandmother's side of the family. Do you know, I'm always scared that one day I'll look back and say, God, they were the best years of my life, and now what? There are moments when you feel as if you have been blessed for a while, moments when you think this is perfect, moments when you start to believe that even for an hour, even for a year, it might all happen. So I'm determined to keep making it get better and better. I would describe myself as emotional and highly strung. If something upsets me, it really upsets me. If something makes me angry, I get really angry. But it's all very upfront. I can't hide it. I'm also loyal, and I hope I'm fun. I like the privacy of my life, and I protect it quite vigilantly. I don't believe in having body doubles for a film. I refuse to let what happened to me make me bitter. I have a boy's body. I would prefer to have more curves because I think that's more beautiful. I would much rather have JLo's body than mine. Part of the reason of being an actor is you like playing other people's lives and exploring all the psychologies in that and the emotions. Not to be too detailed, but I've had an ectopic pregnancy, miscarriages, and I've had fertility treatments. I've done all the stuff you can possibly do to try to get pregnant. To be honest, I am completely natural. I have nothing in my face or anything. I wear sunscreen and I don't smoke. I take care of myself and I'm very proud to say that. I auditioned for the role of an angel in the Nativity play at school. I didn't get it. I auditioned for Mary, didn't get it. So I made up the character of the sheep who sat next to baby Jesus. That goes against what I believe morally. That's adultery, and if I'm accused of that, no, that's not right. I have to kids who see that and remember that and judge me. It didn't happen, and it's not to be reported that way. I think actors are getting so much more power these days, but I'm not. I stay very much away from the decisions, the way in which things are orchestrated, what's been changed. I just try to stay completely in the role as the actor, and as the character. They've said I'm gay, they've said everyone is gay. I personally don't believe in doing huge lawsuits about that stuff. Tom does. That's what he wants to do. That's what he's going to do. You do not tell Tom what to do. He is a force to be reckoned with. You've just got to have a sense of respect for the person you have children with. Anger doesn't help anybody. Ultimately, you have to say forgiveness is important and honoring what you had together is important. But it's easy to say and harder to do. I was walking around legally blind. Now I have 20/20 vision. I can't believe I spent so many years blurry, but I think that coincides with how I was feeling. Now I notice if people are watching me, but I also smile right back if someone waves, which helps. Cinema is a director's medium, so you're saying, what do you want? Being an actor is about adapting physically and emotionally. If that means you have to look great for it, and they can make you look great, then thank you. And if you have to have everything washed away, then I'm willing to do that too.